Hey, dudes.
Hey, Nick.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Awesome. Welcome to another episode of Gluttons for Geekdom. Last time we were
How
talking
are you?
about... I'm doing very good. Thank you, sir.
Cool. Welcome to another episode of Gluttons for Geekdom. Last time we were talking about Batman, Superman. We focused a lot on Batman. How about we go for Superman?
A
This
lot
time
of
around.
people are hating on Henry Cavill, and I don't agree with it. I think that he is a nice Batman. Superman.
Yes, he is a
See, I'm
nice
still thinking about
Batman,
Batman.
Superman. He pulls off the Batman, Superman so well. Like why is Ben Affleck being Batman when Henry Cavill's being Batman, Superman? That's crazy. Nice verbal slip up there, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, fuck. I think that he does a good job. I like him.
I like him too. I think his facial expressions really bring out a very strong Superman, and I don't like the Superman to be so smug. But I like okay for the Superman that he's doing. I don't like him to be smug, just confident. Like he knows that if you shoot me, it's not gonna hurt me. But I want him to be like, hoity-toity, like you should be doing the right thing. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Like he has a cause to fight for, so that's what he's doing, and he's confident that he can, deal with anything that comes his way. But the hardest thing for him to do is fight for this cause. That's his deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel like his deal is. So I don't like the Superman to be just like the what do they call him? The Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Boy Scout.
Big blue Boy Scout.
Big blue Boy Scout. I think that that Superman was fine for when he first came out. It's kind of played out now. Now we need a Superman who's relatable. So now he has a cause to fight for, and that's what he's doing.
Could you imagine if we had to listen to Jesse Eisenberg say Big Blue Boy Scout?
Oh my
The
god.
Big Blue Boy Scout. Yeah, we will get to him later. We
Gross.
really didn't touch upon him either last time.
Yeah, but you did do some Jesse Eisenberg there too.
I did last time, but we still, I think, in my opinion, that's one of the worst parts of the movie. Not that all of it's bad, and not even that it's bad, just out of a hierarchy of awesome to okay, he's just really in the okay range. I just don't see their vision with him. I think I get it. I think I get what they saw or what they were going for, but I guess not if I'm not as on board.
If there's gonna be more movies with this cast here, I think that was a waste of Lex Luthor. We will get into it. Right now we're talking about Superman.
Let me just continue my little bitch rant, and then we'll talk about some really good Superman facts about this. But he delivers one of my three follies of this movie. He delivers the line right after, Superman travels down, goes into the Senate, gets caught up, wheelchair. What did we call him in the first one? Legs.
Lex.
Legs is in a wheelchair.
Legs McGinnis.
Legs McGinnis is in a wheelchair. And that wheelchair is stuffed with C4. Blows up. Superman standing in the fire for a really, really cool shot of just, I would assume that second. Go travel to Lois Lane's hotel. Mm-hmm. And Superman is on the terrace, and Lois Lane goes out to him. And he says, I saw it, Lo, but I couldn't save them. Lo.
I just wasn't looking for it. That's what it was. Yeah.
Okay. Lo. He calls her Lo. He minimizes Lois and he calls her Lo. And I cannot for certain say he has never done that. But he's never fucking done that. Like, come on, man. That's so stupid. It's just not a name that you abbreviate. It reminds me of the Good Burger joke where, like, hey, this is Dexter. Hey, Dex, I'm Phil. And he goes, oh, what's up, Phil? He's like, no, nobody's ever abbreviated my name before. I like that. It's just not a name that you fucking abbreviate. And Lois isn't one either. So to call her Lo it rubbed my ear the wrong way. And that's one of the only things I really have to bitch about it. So
maybe
it's not
like-
that big of a
maybe-
complaint, but come on.
Like Superman too, because I always see him being like Lois. Lois this or Lois that. And when he speaks to her, he's like, Lois. Your name is Lois, so I'm going to call you Lois.
It's very formal to say her full name.
And he's sort of a formal sort of character. I
Yes.
feel like that might be like a nice way to get
He's polite.
his alien side coming out here, where he's just, they do things differently, and saying a person's full name. Like there was a book that I read where one group of people in that book use that entire person's full name. So if they were speaking to Nick, that person would always say Nicholas Philippek every time. If they knew your middle name, they would throw in your middle name there. So it'd be like Nicholas Philippek. And to shorten your name or to take out the Philippek or just be like Nicholas or Nick would be a sign of
Disrespect?
no, like affection. Like I'm not as close as I should be with you to say that. So it is disrespectful to say that because you are assuming more upon your
yourself and your relationship with
Yes.
that person. That's cool.
That is cool. It's
So like I obviously just do, so we're even on a nickname basis.
yeah.
I don't even have to say anything about your actual name.
That's why I used your name.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I saw it working as it was going. I was like, cool, I'm on the same page. This is cool. I'm in on the joke. He couldn't use his own name.
Yes, I am the superhero of this two-man twosome.
Deuce. Oh, very clever. So that's why you get a deuce on your show.
Yeah. All right. So so the whole Lois thing, like low.
No,
I mean, when I heard it, I was like,
it just rolls.
The point is, it stood out to me. It stood out to me too. And if it's supposed to sound natural, it shouldn't stand out.
Yes, and it does. It sounds.
It stands out.
Yeah.
It grabs your attention. So I'm like, okay.
And not in that way that it should. So, but then he flies off. Batman starts training. But Batman has now inspiration for training because of his nightmare. His KNIGHT, his nightmare. Can we talk about that really quick? Because Superman's really good in that too.
Go on.
Oh, so do you want to... We don't have to go through the whole thing. Oh, no, we do, because parademons.
Yeah, the parademons.
Oh, I mean, just the whole movie is worth parademons. The dream comes true. Parademon freaking donkey punches Batman right in the back of the fucking head. And he wakes up and he's all chained, and Superman just drops. And we see this in one of the trailers. But yes, we don't see that cool laser vision of him just freaking annihilating two guys
Yeah.
next to him. And then, you're the one. You're the one that took Lois from me. It's, ooh. And then he just puts his hand on him and crunches into him. And that's a scary Superman, too. That's something I would not want to see. So we actually learn from... I forgot his name. Not the Flash. Who's playing him this time? I want to say Idris Elba, but I know it's Ezra Miller. That's why I want to say it, right?
Idris Elba.
I know. That's why I'm actually looking at him right now on that poster, and I'm like, nope, it's not you, sir. I know it's not you. But their names, I guess, kind of, in my stupid head, sound alike.
I guess.
It's
Ezra
a
Miller?
pothole, man. Yeah. Ezra Miller. Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. I love that guy.
Me too. Maybe that's why. I just want to see him all the time. Ooh, a little bit of a sidetrack. He's going to be in the next Star Trek. Beautiful, beautiful man, and they put him all in makeup. All makeup. I don't know. I want to see his face all the time.
He's a fantastic man. Just
He really is.
Can you just see that right now? He's just picturesque.
No, so it's Ezra Miller is the Flash, and he comes and he tells that Lois has to stay super alive.
There's so much dreaming in the movie. I had a hard time figuring out what was real and what wasn't. So when he just steps through he's like, it's the whole Lois thing, Batman, Lois this and Lois that. And then he wakes up again, and I'm just like, well,
But the papers are flashing.
The papers.
Ooh, can we talk about that? There's zooping, actually.
There is, zooping.
Can we? Just really quick.
What? Sure, go for it.
One of the reasons, too, that we found ourselves sitting in these completely awesome, comfortable chairs that we are in right now is because I like to listen to a show called Fat Man on Batman with Mr. Kevin Smith. He actually was just in Vancouver. He's going to do one of the episodes of The Flash filming. And as he's doing it and as he's podcasting himself, he is telling a lot of spoilers of what goes on there, but nothing really huge. And the motion of the Flash running in or out of a room has been actually coined in the show as zooping. So he zoops in and he zoops out of scenes.
Now, that's when he, like, when you see the special effects, and then boom, it's the Flash. So when he comes in the scene, the special effects come in the scene, and then boom, it's the Flash. And then special effects, him leaving, then the special effects, it's the Flash. So it makes a sound, and the sound is like...
That must be
Just-
where it comes from.
He zoops in, and he zoops out.
But the point of bringing that up is that it was even acknowledged that there is somebody there standing with a glorified giant air gun to make papers fly, hair brush past, jackets move, everything that the wind of somebody going from 0 to, well, I don't know what he can run averagely, over 100, I would assume. Anyway, there seems to be a zooping effect of when Bruce wakes up from that.
But
So that's why I'm not 100% sure if it is dream.
Portal.
Yes, no, that's... And he seems to also have a weird suit
On, yeah, as if he's
Like, he's
coming
got
from
the
future
Flash
to be
suit
like,
on,
"No,
but
don't
he's
do
got
it."
a suit on over that as well, I think.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are complaining about the metallic of the suit and saying that he looks too shiny, and I don't think so. I think that he had a time travel suit on.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Possibly
it looked clunky to me. That's what it did.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
So I don't think that's like the Flash in his Flash suit. He has to be.
No, I think it could be
Streamlined.
a cosmic treadmill kind of deal, maybe.
Batman,
Ooh,
don't
maybe
fuck with
it's like
Lois.
a cyborg kind of thing. Like a mother box on him, because mother box just create motherfuckers on this show.
Yeah. Yeah, mother boxes.
So yeah, let's even go into that, because
Okay, all right.
I don't think we need to really go by this point by point anymore. I just want to talk about the awesome shit that I loved, and one of those scenes, of course, is when Gal Gadot gets the flash file. Ha! The flash drive. I didn't mean it like that. It's a flash drive with the flash on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized the funniness of that. I guess it wasn't too good for your liking, sir. Fuck myself promptly. She opens it up and she's got the photo of her in 1918, Chris Pines in there. Very much looks good. If you watch the exclusive that they did on CW a few months ago, you got to see a little bit of footage. So there is a little bit out there. Wonder Woman looks awesome. Know it's coming, so I didn't really care. Sorry.
Yes.
I know it's coming. And I know it's coming soon. So I don't have to wait as long. But Aquaman, awesome. Jason Momoa being all drifty underwater and looking all good and wavy.
This is
the words I want to say.
This is a weird point that I had when he did that. Is just I didn't like his motions when he was moving. There was a lot of the
He looks so slow.
the ins and outs and stuff, and he just like it's just like you just go like
He looks slow.
sway back and
weird.
forth for a little bit, and then pretend like you're gonna stab, and then wait for like 30 seconds, and then try to stab. But don't stab though. You gotta wait at least like 4 more seconds, and then we'll cut away, and you're gonna be dashing out somewhere.
But then you're faster than the Flash underwater.
Yeah.
So come on, man.
So I thought it looked silly the way they just like 'cause I think they froze just so you could see his face as being Aquaman.
Yes.
But I thought that was unnecessary. Like you just see his face, you see he's glowing there, then he comes out there. So the whole build up, and then he just hangs out there in front of the camera for longer than anyone who's like trying to
For
destroy
somebody
anything.
smart enough would know that it's a fucking camera.
Okay, you see me. I'm coming out there, and it's like, oh shit, let me destroy whatever's going on here. But then he just, yeah. I thought it was upsetting. I had a grievance with that.
I heard the original idea, or what I was expecting to go in to see, I don't know where I heard it or why it came up, was that he would be in a tank. Somehow he was captured. He had his trident sitting in a tube, or He was protected, and he was just in a tank pounding against glass. And I just kind of wanted to see, ooh, all right, well, that would kind of give him a quarrel of why he wouldn't like the outside world, but it kind of seems...
Also, at the same time, how can the tank hold him? I know it would have been super cheesy, but I was hoping he was going to be the one who actually brought the spear up to Lois. Like, here, Lois, this is the spear that you were looking for.
Holy good God. Oh my
I was just expecting him to pop up and be like,
we have now written a better movie than they did. With the opening scene that we created and then this, that would have been better. If it wasn't just this weird tube that she got trapped under, if he somehow threw it in the lake or the ocean or something. Oh, so no. Batman actually, okay. So I'm going to wrap this up even a little bit better and get rid of one of my grievances. The fact that Batman just throws the spear out into this place that literally anybody could probably get to. What he should have done is picked it up and on the way like, oh, I can't save this right here, but I can't really bring it all the way back to the Batcave for safekeeping. I'll drop it in the middle of the ocean, I'll mark it, and I'll know where to come back to it. And that's why he took it, he kind of buried it, put it in a place that nobody else really should be able to find it, and had to go do the saving of the Martha. And then that idea happened. Like, all of a sudden, like, we need that spear. Where'd you leave it? Like, oh my God, it's in the middle of the ocean. We're not going to be able to get it. How are we going to do this? And then just boom, boom. Lose something? Aquaman.
But then why would Superman have to die at the end if Aquaman's the guy? Like,
well, he threw it to Superman, and the same thing still happened at the
Superman's
end.
like, oh yeah, okay. Oh crap, this hurts me.
You lose something, threw him and threw it. Yeah. Oh yeah, this hurts me. Well, maybe Doomsday was about to block it, and Superman had to do like a we could do a fucking like Dragon Ball Z with Piccolo, Raditz, and Goku. Superman
so
had to stand behind him,
so he stays in the way.
He throws it so hard that it pierces through Doomsday and actually hits Superman just enough to get his heart and quote unquote kill him. Nice. Boom! We wrote a better movie.
Special
Cha-ching, we will take our rewrite fees. Send that to the two guys sitting in my bedroom. Ow. Imagine that it's like Harry Potter. Let's bring it all together. No, I mean, like, I get an owl, and it's just like a check for $10. Like, not a bad idea. And I look at it, and it's Nick and Deuce sitting in the bedroom, and it's just like somebody somehow listened to us and gave us our $10. By owl, because they figured that out. Nick and Deuce sitting in the bedroom.
Oh my God, that's so weird.
That's how I brought that around. But anyway, no, that's not how the fight ended. The fight ended with the Trinity coming together.
Yeah.
And, Wonder Woman suited up is just... She was marvelous.
Oh my God, I just loved her in that fight altogether.
The
just
whole
thing. She just... Can I make a point that I love Wonder Woman having an accent in it? Like, anytime I've ever... Like, I was never a huge Wonder Woman fan. I just thought, like, it was just... Let's just make a girl superhero. Done.
At the time...
Because girls need superheroes. Yeah, I can get behind that.
But they've made
make her cool. Make her awesome. Well, yeah. I've seen tons of just cool female characters. It's hard for me to get behind Wonder Woman. Hard for me to get behind Supergirl. Hard for me to get behind Batgirl.
Oh.
Batgirl's pretty cool, though.
I think Batgirl wanted... Well, originally, the first Batwoman, if you really look back, like, when we say Batgirl, we mean Barbara Gordon.
Yeah.
But when you first look at the first Batwoman kind of incarnation, it is kind of silly. But Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, of that. And I always liked the Barbara Gordon who wasn't like, hey, gee golly, Batman, I want to join your team. It's the Batgirl who's just like, oh, I want to do this. I want to help. And she's not a part of it. And always has to come into their fold.
Yeah.
Did you watch Batman Bad Blood?
No, I did not watch that.
Can I spoil a little bit for you? I mean, we're spoiling for fans. So fuck you, yes. You should have seen it too. It's been long enough. If I have time to see it, you do.
Damn it.
Sorry. Anyway, it brings together all these characters. It brings together Lucius Fox's son, whose first name escapes me, but he is the Batwing. You have Damian Wayne as Robin. You have Dick Grayson as Nightwing and Batman almost, because I won't go through the whole thing. Batman's on the fritz. But Batman does eventually fight. And they all come together. There's a story. Cool. But in terms of the story, I'm saying now, after all that happens, and they even say, oh, Batwoman is in it. Excuse me, that's actually a very big part of the story. So that family goes off, and you're just like, oh, okay, cool. And at the very end, Batgirl steps out, and it just like has nothing to do with them, and just kind of looks and runs towards you, and that's how the movie ends. And it's just, ooh, that's really cool. They already have this other family, and yes, she doesn't have to be part of it. She wasn't asked to come in. It's just, here I am. I'm Batgirl. Like, ooh, I like it.
Doing things.
Yep. Love it.
Interesting.
It's, just completely awesome. I think everything that they're doing in the DC animated universe should just be exalted and just bowed upon. Because that's all going, see, like, that's the same exact Batman that is in Doom and Throne of Atlantis. I like that they're also establishing one big universe, because so far it's working out great. And the next one, as of right now, to come out is Teen Titans versus Justice League.
I haven't checked that out.
I think there's only a little bit out, and I have not looked. I don't want to know. And then after this, I believe, is, of course, The Killing Joke. And when that does, I mean, we can have a whole episode on... I think we can have so many episodes. If you have not read The Killing Joke, go out and read The Killing Joke. I mean, you gotta get... If you like Batman, you have to like The Killing. It's just something you have to read.
It is good stuff.
Man Who Laughs comes after that, and that's just great. Oh, Grant Morrison. So delicious. Makes your mind think. Have you ever... Or not Grant Morrison, I'm sorry, Alan Moore. Where the fuck is my head? Even though Grant Morrison writes really great Batman too, so it's not like I said something completely woo out there. I don't know what that woo was either.
Kind of sucks that you brought his name out there, and it's like, yeah, this is really not about you. Sorry, dude.
He can get his own episode too. But
we'll tag your name, but we're just gonna put your name in there just to say it's not about you.
But I think almost where I was going with that is both those men.
Hey, Grant Morrison, fuck you.
No.
Not
well, I would. If he came to my door and was like, hey, I think I want to have a roll in the head with you, I'd be like, okay, sir. We could do that. Whatever you like, Mr. Morrison. All right, then. But both of those men, if you want to just get fucked up in your own head on just words, those men are the men to listen to. They have a way of thinking and just... Oh gosh, their minds are expanded.
Right now, listeners, I'm just listening to Nick. I'm just watching Nick, listening to him speak about his things, but watching him just go through his hair. He did it like at least 10 times in the past 1 minute. Just like, oh my god, these guys. Each time I go, he's putting his hands through his hair.
It's just they're so fantastic. This is where the show really came from. It's just this gluttony for it. It's just this, oh my god, I love this so much, and it just doesn't get old.
No, it doesn't.
Not for me. Before the show actually started.
Yeah.
Just one more weird little tangent, we'll get back to it, is the Star Wars episode 7 just came out, and just putting it up on the screen and just knowing, this is more Star Wars. This is yes. Now when I look at my DVDs and I say I want to watch a Star Wars movie, I have 7 options.
Instead of just 6.
Instead of just 6. When I came into this world, there was only 3. And then I went to 6, and now there's 7. By the time I'm dead, Rogue One just got a trailer. Even though it's not really part or have a number on it, it's still a fucking Star Wars movie.
Donnie Yen.
Great time to be alive. Alright, sorry.
In any case.
That was a really big tangent. So the last thing I really want to talk about that I think is hysterical actually has to go before any of the fighty happens. And that is the fact that they mentioned so damn quickly how deserted, abandoned, or cleared out the area was around them. On the news report, well, thank God we're downtown here and most of the area is already cleared out. It's past rush hour. Drop him on a deserted island, completely abandoned, and then Batman leads him to a place that has also been just, there's no human life anywhere around this, and it all happens just 1, 2, 3, and it is. We get it. We get it. Somebody made fun of your first movie for making too much.
It's past rush hour.
Yeah.
So it's past rush hour, so nobody's in the fucking city.
If you look out your window at 6:15 in the city, nobody's there because rush hour ends at 6.
You,
I think,
you
right?
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Even when you're looking out your window and you're in the city, sorry, rush hour's done. You're not in the city. Something magical happens where, even if you live in the city, not after rush hour, sorry.
You're gone.
Sorry.
Everybody gone.
You live in fucking New Jersey.
So the fact that they said all those, and again, I think, again, that Mr. Snyder is smart enough where that was kind of a jab back, because people said, I love Man of Steel, but all the collateral damage, he wouldn't have done that. It's just like, there's nobody around this time. Can you just watch and like this movie? I mean, last time, when he first made Man of Steel, he could say, last time we made a Superman movie, we as the WB, not him himself, Superman didn't throw a single fucking punch. Didn't throw one punch in Superman Returns, Mr. Brandon Routh. Not one. Boring as shit movie. So he
Now
makes
he's
a
actually
movie
fighting.
where he's fighting and throwing people around, and people are like, he destroyed too much.
That's what happens when Superman fights.
I'd rip my fucking hair out. And again, if I was making this movie, I would just, fine, it's abandoned. It's cleared out. No one's there. It's gone. I would shove it down their fucking throats too, and then get on with my art. Like, are you fucking pleased yet?
Fuck that. Not me. No, I'm sorry. There's going to be collateral damage and there's people who are going to die. When the fight breaks down between these metahumans, people are going to die, especially if it's in the fucking city. Even when there was nobody around, Superman still died. Spoilers.
Yeah.
You bitches. No, I don't care. The city, there's no way that city could have been abandoned so fucking quickly. I don't.
Jeez.
Nothing.
I mean, look what happened during the first fight.
The entire
Maybe what?
city. Like the entire, yes, in the first fight. And
They couldn't get out of the first building when everything was going down.
In the second one, somehow they have remember that time that happened? Remember that happened last time?
Yes.
Now we have a strategy
They
in
had
place so that
18 months.
everybody in the city wouldn't be there,
They had
even if they
18
were
months
locked in a
of- yeah.
cellar and they're just like, oh my god,
Do you
there's something going
remember
on
in school
outside.
fire drills?
Yes.
Yeah, no, the entire city practiced for 18 months.
18 months of a big ass fire drill. They had boom tubes that led out of the city. That's what happened.
Ooh, that'd be sweet.
That would be sweet. Unfortunately, that's just no. There was no boom tubes unless they would have showed them. Like, I mean, they said it 3 times, and each time I was like, I groaned. I was like, No, it's I'd rather it be more realistic in that there would be collateral damage. Why? And just like a few scenes before, is Batman driving around killing dudes. You get to this one scene where they're about to fight fucking Doomsday. Oh, now the city's abandoned. He just went to some other place in the city that had all these dudes in there, and he just fucking murked all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's like, okay, no one's around. Let's fight this big ass monster that makes huge waves of explosions that last for miles. They go miles out there, and like somehow like no one's around for those miles. He goes up into space and he comes down. He blasts miles. He still lands where there's no people around.
Of course.
I don't like that. I think that bothers me a lot.
He had to. He had to do it. That's what he had to do because he got made fun of a lot for the first time that he did it, and he killed a bunch of people.
The whole thing is that's what happens when Superman has to fight somebody that is ultra strong. He has to do something. He's like, okay, well, this person needs to get stopped. So I'm going to stop him because I'm the one who can stop him. So as I try to stop him, people are going to die. I think he gets in my opinion, Superman has to get a tunnel vision about that. To where if I'm going to fight this person and I'm going to take him down, they have to be the main focus, because if he is allowed to live, millions are going to die. The entire planet. Like if Darkseid beat Superman and still lived, in my opinion, that will be it. He's a Kryptonian that doesn't care about life. And he can shoot multiple laser beams out of his body going into no. Like, he was destroying Metropolis. Let that be in Gotham. Let that be in Central City. Let that be in New Jersey. I'd hate that being in New Jersey. I'd be like, oh my God. I'm over here trying to watch something and now a laser beam comes to my house, cuts my TV up. I'm like, oh man.
I was watching this really cool laser beam fight.
I didn't even finish my season of Daredevil. Then it comes back around and just cuts my head off. Sorry, that's what happens.
That's
Just
fun.
not that funny.
You finished all of Daredevil?
Yeah, I did finish all there.
I did not yet. God, I was gonna do
Bitch,
that.
get on that. Get on that.
I see. That's what I was doing. I was watching Bad Bud.
Yeah.
I should not judge. Then you just taught me a very great humility lesson. Of shut the fuck up. Think about something before you say it. And that all could have changed too in the movie. Now that I think about it, like when Superman lands and he's like Bruce, and Bruce keeps backing up. He should have probably instead of that just like Lex Luthor is attempting to brainwash both of us into fighting, and he's trying to kill my mother.
Her name's Martha.
Her name's Martha, and like everything would have just been like, what? Oh, okay. Let's go get him. Of course, that takes out the V of Batman v Superman. That's the problem, though, in the fact that maybe
I feel like the V was contrived.
They had to put the V in. Oh God! See there.
Someone needs that Gina.
Someone needs it. What I would have done. See, now that I'm just going to rewrite the whole movie, and I've already gotten one Harry Potter owl for $10. Let's try to get another one. In the fact that when they first opened into the Indian Ocean, found the rock, found the green kryptonite in it, why not find some red? Find some red kryptonite and fuck with his head. That's really, in my way, one of the only best ways to have Batman fight Superman. And it's not because Superman chooses to. If you choose Superman to fight him, then stay down. If I wanted it, you'd be dead already.
Yeah.
But if he's brainwashed, then it's kind of, you understand, one, that because he's brainwashed, his brain and his body are off a little bit, and that's why he's not at a prime, and that's why Batman is able to fight him. And two, it makes sense to why they couldn't just fucking talk it out as two reasonable men.
Yeah. Okay, that brings up another point why I wasn't so gung-ho about this Batman is because not only do they not explain where he's coming from in his whole deal, but here he is getting, like, manipulated. Batman is getting manipulated by
That's a hard sentence to swallow, yes.
Batman is getting manipulated.
Yeah, no. That's not good. That's not good enough for me.
That's not a Batman I want in my movies. He's getting manipulated.
Maybe, again, that's where they bring in the Rusty. Maybe they really are trying to make him rusty, and maybe that's why he's got to resort to killing, and why he jumps the gun. Pun intended. And he's got to do that because...
I just pictured him literally jumping a
gun. Ooh, excuse me.
There's a gun down there. I don't touch those.
I need an adult.
Go on with your thingy there.
Is because he's so rusty.
Yeah.
But that's still just not a great excuse.
Well, I mean, like, that's established. Like, how many years do you think he would have not been Batman?
They said, or Zack Snyder confirmed, that Robin had been dead for 10 years.
10 years for him not to be Batman, that would have been fine. That would have been okay in my book.
That's so long.
So long. So he's just focusing on being Bruce Wayne for 10 years. Let Robin's death be like, oh man, if I keep doing this, more people are going to try to follow me, and more people are going to die because of me.
I really hope that it was Jason Todd. I mean, it's safe to assume that it is Jason Todd because that's just continuity. Because that means there could be a Dick Grayson. There could be we looked across one harbor, because apparently Metropolis and Gotham are a harbor away, but in the comics, Gotham and Bloodhaven are only a harbor away. So maybe if we went one more harbor, we could have seen Nightwing. And I would love to see some Nightwing up on the screen.
10 years. Good guy.
Time.
Maybe even like a little bit after that. After he lost Jason Todd, he tries to do it, and there's something about him that there's too much anger. He can't control himself. Now I'm just too dangerous. So then he hangs it up. Maybe he got too close to just taking somebody out. Now it's like, I can't hold back anymore. That's why he gets back in the suit, and that's why he's rusty, and that's why he's being manipulated, and that's why he's not being Batman. Batman doesn't get manipulated.
No.
Batman
No.
can manipulate. He doesn't.
Well, I don't know. Alright, I wouldn't say Batman can't be manipulated, because Talia al Ghul, she can fuck with his head. Come on.
Tits and ass.
Tits and ass, man. I mean,
they have something special, but I mean,
and even if you want to kind of give a degree of, the same kind of Selena Kyle, I was going to say pussy whipping to make, again, yet another pun, but Ra's al Ghul, of course, too, I would think. And maybe Lex Luthor can, but just not that easily.
yeah,
Make it
it's just so simple. Yeah, like
Sending clippings with red writing on it. Like,
I
come on,
wouldn't.
man.
No, I wouldn't. I can't accept that. it's not Batman.
No.
And then there's this scene, like, right before you see him fighting Superman, he's planning all this stuff out. He's working out, getting all this shit together, putting these things in the ground for the sound to come up when he steps on it. And
That
then
was awesome. So
he
good.
puts the spear down there on the ground, and they fight their way all the way down back to it. It's like, oh, wow. Batman still got it.
I knew where we were going to end up.
And he's like, but also at the same time, it's like, okay, well...
Why didn't you have it? Where did you just go get that from?
And
What is it? Where was it?
And like, why the entire movie was he not this calculating? Because at some point he was like, okay, how about I just calculate a little bit? How about I just grab my bat-later out here and just like actually like fuck with this?
Hell,
Here we go.
What do you think?
Lex Luthor is trying to control me.
Yeah.
Wow! nice sound clip. That type of shit. But no, like, I didn't like that. I don't like my Batman not being able to think.
Not like that.
And at least not explaining how he got to that point. Like, okay, yeah, sure, like, they can, like, say on the side that, yes, this is how it's supposed to be, but no, that doesn't work. Put it in the movie. That would have been a better opening. Instead of Batman's origin, how he stopped being Batman.
Yeah. Zack Snyder puts his son in a lot of stuff, and there was the rumor that he was going to be Robin. If you showed me a movie, you showed me a movie with parademons in it, so right there, childhood complete. Parademons is just, I remember those things from the animated, and not knowing what they were, and having to look up the new gods, and then learning about that, and learning that there was a Jack Kirby thing, like, Jack the King Kirby, Mr. Marvel himself, when he crossed lines and did some stuff with DC and did the new gods. Like, that's really great. So they already had my money, but if they showed me an opening scene of that Ben Affleck, different suit, because we're talking about the evolution of the suit, holding Robin in the death of the family pose, have my money, have my kids' money, and have their money. Like, all my, take everything. I just want to give it to you so you can give me more images like that. Because that's so good.
A great way to lead into it.
Yeah. I was too hurt. In that dream, the light didn't come.
Yeah.
I stayed in the dark. Like,
That's why he's...
ooh, I'm getting a little glassy-eyed.
That's why he's killing people. That's why he's driving his car.
I'll take
people.
my
That's
other
why he's
$10. We just wrote a great
stabbing
fucking
people in
movie.
the chest with knives. Because that happened.
That's a great speech, too, to go back to the Red Hood for a little bit. I think it gets a little bit overplayed in the movie. Sorry to the voice actor. But where he's just like, why? Why, Bruce, could you let this scum, this piece of garbage that took you away from me? If it was you, he would have been dead. And, like, that whole thing into it. It's just like, wow. So powerful. Just, people say, these are silly books. These are for kids. And it's just like,
Unfortunately,
no.
You're darn. You're darn ass.
These are some crazy deep universes that could just go so far.
Because relationships in there, they're real relationships, and they're organic.
Oh, these are real people to me.
Yeah.
It's, I just talk about them like they are real people.
Could you imagine what Batman goes through?
Yeah.
Yes, and then they put it on paper.
Here's a big thing. Him drinking. What did you think about that?
A way to get over the pain.
It's just my Batman doesn't drink either.
I mean, it brings me back.
That's the retiredness too.
It brings
Because
me.
he
It
did that in the
takes me
Dark
to
Knight
the
Returns.
Flashpoint paradox, where Thomas Wayne, his father,
Sadowski,
drank
to ease the pain.
to ease the pain. Batman doesn't have a kid, but he has Robin.
Hmm.
Robin dies, and now he's just like, let it be 10 years, and he still hasn't gotten over it. He keeps the suit in a case in the Batcave.
Right in front of his, so he always has to see it before he hits the stairs.
I mean, if anything, it's just like so he never forgets. But then, if that's the case, he never forgets.
Hmm.
So now he's like, goes down there. I'm not Batman anymore, but I remember what happened when I was.
I remember being Batman.
And he probably still wants to be Batman. So he's just dealing with all these demons, and he's just glug.
I just thought of what if they did such an obvious pull from The Dark Knight Returns and Ben Affleck had a mustache. And then, like, you see him looking at all this stuff, and Alfred comes in and he turns around as he's looking into the case. And when did you save your mustache? And he doesn't have it anymore. And that's the scene before we see him as Batman as first. Like, that would have given me the very obvious choice, or the very obvious vision of he was not Batman for a while, now he's Batman.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne with a mustache cannot be Batman because people would go, Batman has a mustache. Bruce Wayne has a mustache. That's the piece we've been missing for 75 years.
Mm.
That's what they need. Mustache.
That's what they needed. A mustache for Batman.
That's what I love too. You know, we were talking about Nicolas Cage earlier before the show started with Big Daddy. That Nicolas Cage had the mustache, Big Daddy had the goatee, and he placed on the strip that connected his mustache into the bottom. I was like, what a great freaking plan! Because if somebody ever said, well, he's got a goatee, what does he do? Tape it on or grow it? Because who's crazy enough to do that?
Batman.
That'd be better. If I was Bruce Wayne, I'd slap a mustache on as Batman and be a mustachioed Batman. Just so people are just thrown off a little bit more.
It is so
a
weird.
big curly bat stash. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one of my gripes. There wasn't enough development for the characters for them to be where they were.
I think your best point was, is this a Superman sequel? Is this a Justice League movie? Is this an intro to a Batman movie? I feel like they just tried to make it too many and convoluted all of them almost at once.
And are they bringing in Wonder Woman?
Yeah, no, she's in.
Yeah, no. It's like, is this a way to bring in Wonder Woman?
Yeah, I mean, are we
all this going
interested?
on, all going in here, and they're just they flash you a picture, and it's like, okay, well, what's going on here? Like at least,
Well, that'll be her solo.
at least
movie.
for like the Avengers, they all have their movies, and then the ones who aren't that big, like what's her
Widow
face?
and Hawkeye.
Widow and Hawkeye, they don't get their movies, but they're Avengers characters, so they play Avengers roles. And then the most recent Avengers movie
They
gave
got
you a little bit on.
bigger roles. Yeah,
Yeah, they gave you a little bit more on Hawkeye.
lots more.
Lots more. And I was like, I thought that was a nice touch.
Fine ass Linda Cardellini as a wife.
Oh my god. Can I tell you that I have like the sweetest of all spots for Linda Cardellini?
I do too.
I
Ever
just-
since Freaks and Geeks I watched as
Dude.
a kid, and I was just like,
Man.
oh gosh. And then she's Chutney in Legally Blonde. You ever seen that flick?
No.
Oh, well, she's got this giant fro perm, and it's very hard to notice that it's her. And then, from my knowledge, she kind of not really dropped off, wasn't big in mainstream. Then Grandma's Boy,
Yeah, I remember her.
the
from
boss
Grandma's
in
Boy.
that, and I was like, yay, hi.
You need to be more things.
Yeah, and then she was the wife in that. And then I was just watching her, and she was married to somebody else, another person's wife. And I was like, wow, she's married to everybody. This is great. Everybody's married to Linda Cardellini in Hollywood.
Why not me?
Why not me?
I gotta get into
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
She gets a note, and she's just like, wait, I have to go make a movie in New Jersey? Why? This guy wrote it, and you're his wife.
It's kind of Hollywood out
It
there
kind
now.
of is. New Jersey, the new Hollywood.
New Jersey is the new Hollywood, damn it. Spread it around. We're the new Hollywood.
Yeah, right.
I would hope.
I would. That'd be nice.
Gotta get that Atlanta Halloween boom.
Sorry, Miss Cardellini.
She was, yeah, but she was also Velma too.
Velma, holy shit! How did I almost forget that?
Yeah, that's why I brought it
That's
up.
why I
Don't
love
gloss over
her.
that, Nick.
Okay, yeah, now I need that Cardellini poem, but only if she's got the Velma costume. I don't know why I have such a weird thing for Velma, but I do. I don't know why I just thought of the fact that we just got really famous. 30,000 people now know that I think about
Atlanta Halloween.
Luna Cardellini and Velma.
It's like now more people know about this. I've been
Yes.
hiding it for so many years.
I look at the hits of how many people watched it. 4. No, it's like, all right, not that many people know.
Then we just like somehow there's a tracker for how many people watched it up until that one point, and it's like, oh.
It just dropped. Everybody's just like, this sick fuck. Ew.
Somehow people are just unfollowing us. They just
Yeah.
unlisten to it. It's like, yeah, 4 people listen to this.
I have a subpoena.
Now they're not listening to it anymore.
I get a subpoena from Linda Cardellini's people. They're like, you can't even say her name anymore. If we find out that you're thinking about her, you're fucking going to jail.
Like, what? But why me? Oh no, Deuce is dead.
Dude said the word poo. Oh yeah, he's dead, man.
Yeah, we mean business.
I said I'd marry her. We mean business. I think we can leave it where it stands. I mean, what more can you really... What more... Other than leading to the Justice League?
I didn't like that they started out with Superman dying. I didn't like that it was such a big thing. Like they threw in Doomsday. Leading
As
into
a
Justice.
throwaway, almost.
Yes, as a throwaway.
He
They throw-
died, too, you
Doomsday
think.
kills Superman. I
Spoiler.
spoiler. Yeah.
For anybody
Doomsday,
who hasn't ever read a Superman comic.
Oh my god! Like, he kills Doomsday.
Yeah.
I thought that was too big for what they were trying to do. They just throw him away. He would have been a perfect character. Just like they did throw multiple heroes at
Well,
them.
throw him into space and then just have a weird orbit bring him back. I mean, you don't just have to do that to him.
But the whole thing is that like, it's a movie. It's a movie series. The only character I think would have been good to come back from would have been like Heath Ledger's Joker, for him to be in another movie.
Him to be the court meister. I wanted to say the court jester, but that was too obvious.
Even as just a cameo, like somehow like. But the thing is, he's the Joker. You
doing
can't-
what Crane did, I meant.
Yeah, but you can't. The thing is, you can't have Joker be a bit character. He's. But like Doomsday's a huge character. He would have been perfect just to have tons of just superheroes going after. If anything, the thing is, Doomsday is the one who kills Superman, so you can't have him Superman just sit on the sidelines while there's a Doomsday out there. Maybe Doomsday kills Superman, but doesn't die in a fight. But then he's just Doomsday too soon. That's my biggest.
No, my
biggest
last
issue.
thing is like I would just have Superman literally pick him up by the throat, throw that punch that sends him into space. Fuck it.
Oh, I guess in the second one you bring him back and he kills Superman.
He ricochets off the moon. I mean, we're talking about a guy who could fly. Yeah, again, physics here.
It doesn't.
You
matter.
can call up Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was obviously very happy to appear in the movie and have him explain physics of how to punch a man into space and have him return in a good amount of time for a sequel, and he'll do it for you. He'll figure out the physics to make it more.
To
make it better than bouncing off the
Superman
moon.
did.
Yeah.
He hit him so hard that it would just take this one company to make this one movie. However many years it takes. That's how hard he hits, just so he can come back and be like, "Oh, now you kill me."
Yeah. And then just have Superman, that was the final blow. That was literally the last bit of his strength before he goes into what we assume at the end of this movie is just a really long sleep like they did.
Let's call it a super coma.
Okay. Do you think they will start their next movie with him in a black suit with a silver S and a bit of a mullet?
Why?
So that's how they did in the comics.
But why?
Because he was new and he was back. They left his ass dead for a little bit. I mean, it was in the papers. People were appalled.
But I'm like, this is movie universe. He's coming back. I don't see why.
So you're just like, no, Nick,
why
they're not going to fucking
Why does
do
he need
that.
to look different? I mean, like,
Because they did it in the comics.
yeah, I know. I know they did. In the
That's
comics,
the answer.
but-
That's why I'm asking. Do you think
But
they're
I mean,
going to follow the comics like they're?
Like the whole thing is like the symbol of hope. Like, oh my god, Superman's back. The red S with the yellow thing in there, and then he just comes down there and he's building. It's like, that's the Superman that I know and love, who's coming to save me now.
Spider-Man did a black swap, and we all saw what that did to him.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't swap out their suit for black. So subtle roundabout way of saying, no, Nick, I don't fucking think they're going to do that.
I'm just waiting for them to like find a way to put him in the New 52 outfit. That's my favorite Superman outfit.
I think this looks a lot like it.
Well, no, he still has the neckline that's low. The whole thing, the thing that I love the most about the New 52 is that he has a collar that goes up. Then the collar goes up, and then he has something that goes further down on his hands, and then he's not wearing an underwear, which he's not wearing, but he has a red belt that separates the top part of his body from the lower part of his body, which I thought is a good touch. Because otherwise he'd look like he was just wearing one big fucking leotard. Leotard on a big buff dude. I'm like, ugh. Superman, put some clothes on.
Yeah. That's funny you say that, because I've always had to kind of think that as well. As like deep down in my life, I've just really enjoyed reading and watching giant, muscular grown men run around in tight-fitting outfits, occasionally battling each other by getting very close and physically connecting with one another. You think Batman wears a cup? Probably.
Or do you think, like, the protection for his balls are just built into his costume?
It's gotta be. I mean, I think that they'd all wear a cup, because if I got slapped by a
Superman
superhero...
wouldn't need to.
Superman would.
What if Superman has sensitive balls? What if his balls are just as sensitive as a human's balls, but to the degree that they would be on Superman, like in a ratio? So, like, if you were to throw one motherfucking haymaker at his balls, Superman would be like, oh, whoa, dude, whoa, oh, ooh, you grazed my balls right there.
That's a lot of pain.
Like a lot of pain. Like it's like you're fucking around with something. It falls on your nuts. Like, oh, wow, but you're not getting kicked in the nuts. No one's actually throwing like a
Haymaker.
Like if you were to haymaker my balls right now, I'd probably fall on the ground and vomit. I'm just like, call out of work tomorrow, the day after. It's like I need a few days to work this off.
Imagine if that was a real excuse.
Oh, you got someone haymakered you in the balls? Oh, do you need a week? Take a month. You'll
be okay.
A paid month. You'll be fine.
See, like, I would give someone the other day, if they called, I thought about this the other day, and just like, hey, I can't come into work. Why? I was taking a shower, and as soon as I got out, I had to take a poop. And someone had just been like, yeah, my day's shot. And I'm just like, I understand. Don't worry, take the day. Because nothing ruins your day worse than that. I swear to God.
All right, guys, this is it for the second episode of Gluttons for Geekdom.
I really hope that you, the listeners, are liking it. And again, we started off this episode with saying this is more than just about us two sitting here and geeking out, that we really would like more people to get involved. If you want topics to be brought up, if you have comments, questions, anything that you want answered, please feel free to go to www.facebook.com/gluttonsforgeekdom, email at us of gluttonsofgeekdom@gmail.com, or we are on Twitter at gluttonousgeeks. That's a lot to remember.
It is a lot to remember.
I know, but I'm happy.
It's a good thing that this is recorded, so they can just be like, oh, let me just go back, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, follow us, like us. We're going to start putting more content up there soon. As soon as you hear this, by the time you hear this, we will be fully blasting questions and
blasting
comments
sweet
every
loads
day.
all over your face.
Everywhere.
Straight into your ears.
Straight into those ears. And that's how we end our episodes here at Gluttons for Geekdom.